Hi, I'm Pemulway. I travelled through the Songline, moving from my ancestral lands into a neon-lit Sydney of 2080. This future world, filled with towering skyscrapers and advanced technology, is a stark contrast to my past, yet the ancient connections remain. My quest is to bridge the past and future, finding harmony in this cyberpunk dystopia. And now, let's dive into the next chapter of this thrilling adventure.
Beneath the bustling streets of the city, in a hidden base shrouded by the underground's shadowy veil, a sense of urgency pulsed through the air. The low hum of high-tech machinery and the occasional flicker of overhead lights set a backdrop of suspense. High-tech screens came to life, their surfaces alive with the intricate blueprints of a heavily guarded vault, each line and symbol glowing crisply against the dark room. The air was heavy with tension, palpable in the rapid clicks and soft metallic clinks of team members suiting up. The rustle of sleek armoured suits and the soft thuds of gear being secured filled the space as each member prepared for the daunting task ahead. Amidst this orchestrated chaos, Nix's voice emerged clear and commanding, slicing through the ambient noise.
"This mission is high risk,"
she declared, her tone steady and her gaze piercing as she scanned the faces of her assembled team.
"but retrieving the Songline fragment is essential. Failure is not an option."
Around her, the team members adjusted their gear, their movements deliberate, faces set in expressions of grim determination. They nodded in unison, a silent pact forming among them. The blue light from the holographic displays bathed their features in an eerie glow, casting long, sharp shadows that danced on the walls, each one underscoring the gravity of the mission that lay before them. As the preparation reached its peak, the sounds of readiness, the zipping of suits, the snapping of utility belts, and the final checks of digital devices merged into a symphony of resolve. Each sound, a reminder of the perilous journey ahead, set against the relentless whisper of the city above, oblivious to the drama unfolding in its depths. The distant roar of engines echoed through the desolate outskirts of Sydney, blending with the crunch of footsteps on gravel and the occasional electronic beep from nearby devices. The team navigated cautiously through a landscape where decaying infrastructure and rogue AIs posed constant threats. Vesper's urgent whisper cut through the tension like a knife.
"Scavengers ahead. Stay low,"
she warned, her voice barely audible, yet filled with urgency. Moments later, Jai's voice, tense and quick, followed.
"Drones incoming. Take cover."
At the forefront, Pemulway moved with a predator's grace, his unparalleled tracking skills guiding the team through hidden paths with uncanny precision.
This way,
he murmured, his voice a calm beacon in the chaos. The team followed, their trust in him absolute. Pemulway's deep understanding of the terrain allowed them to slip past dangers that lurked in every shadow, crumbling structures ready to collapse, the faint hum of a security bot scanning for intruders, the flicker of digital ghosts in their periphery. The air was thick with anticipation, every sound amplifying the peril of their mission. The distant whir of drone propellers grew louder, mixing with the soft rustle of wind through the skeletal remains of buildings. Every crunch of gravel underfoot, every rustle of movement seemed magnified in the oppressive silence.
keep moving.
Pemulway urged, his voice steady. The team pressed on, hearts pounding, senses heightened, the world around them a symphony of potential threats and narrow escapes. Each step taken with calculated risk, their mission's success balanced on a knife's edge. The journey through the digital wasteland was treacherous, but with Pemulway leading the way, hope flickered like a guiding star amidst the encroaching darkness. The mechanical whir of automated turrets and the ominous buzz of laser grids filled the air, an ever-present reminder of the dangers ahead. They reached the imposing structure of the vault, defences bristling. Nix's sharp command sliced through the tension.
"Turrets. Vesper, disable them."
"On it."
Vesper responded, her voice steady and determined. The sound of rapid typing followed as she hacked into the security system, each keystroke echoing through the tense silence, a race against time. Pemulway, meanwhile, surveyed the high-tech defences with a discerning eye. The The stark contrast of ancient wisdom and modern technology played out in his mind. Drawing on tactics passed down through generations, he moved with purpose. The soft rustle of leaves and the crunch of earth under his hands contrasted sharply with the mechanical sounds around him. He crafted simple but effective tools, twine, stones and branches, to jam and misdirect the senses. The rhythmic sounds of his work added a natural cadence to the synthetic environment.
Almost there.
Vesper murmured, her fingers flying over the keyboard. The final click of the security system disengaging echoed like a triumphant note.
We're clear.
She whispered, her voice tinged with relief. Pemulway nodded, his hands deftly finishing a trap designed to delay any pursuing security bots.
Let's move,
He said, his voice a steady anchor for the team. As they stepped into the vault, the air was thick with anticipation, every footfall resonating in the vast, sterile space. The buzz of the laser grids behind them faded, replaced by the faint hum of the vault's inner workings. Each sound, every breath, every heartbeat was amplified in the heavy silence. The vault seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the next move. The path ahead was fraught with peril, but the team's resolve was unwavering. They pressed on, driven by the shared determination to retrieve the Songline fragment and restore balance to their fractured world. The rhythmic echo of their steps served as a reminder of the high stakes and the thin line between success and failure in this daring mission. Inside the vault, the sterile beeping of high-tech machinery created an unsettling ambience, a stark contrast to the perilous mission at hand. The vault was a sleek maze of security and technology.
Starting the hack.
Vesper announced, her voice slicing through the tension like a knife.
Jai, Nix, cover me.
We've got your back.
Jai replied, his tone steady and reassuring. The rhythmic clicking of Vesper's rapid keystrokes echoed through the sterile room, each beep and hum from the devices heightening the tension. The air felt thick with anticipation, every sound magnified in the oppressive silence. Suddenly, alarms blared, their shrill tones bouncing off the metallic walls. Screens flickered ominously, casting eerie shadows across the room. Intrusion detected, a robotic voice declared, emotionless and mechanical. An advanced AI had sensed their presence, activating the vault's defenses. Without warning, holographic walls began to shift, creating virtual traps that distorted their perception.
Stay sharp.
Nix shouted, her voice barely audible over the cacophony of alarms and mechanical whirring. The team moved with heightened urgency, their footsteps quick and deliberate as the AI manipulated the environment around them.
Watch out, left side.
Jai called, narrowly avoiding a holographic barrier that materialized in their path. Pemulway's instincts kicked in, guiding them through the shifting maze with a blend of ancient wisdom and quick thinking.
this way.
He directed, his voice calm but urgent, as he navigated the digital labyrinth with an almost supernatural ease. The sterile beeping was now interspersed with warning sirens, turning the high-tech facility into a battleground of wits and survival. The team's breaths were quick and shallow, each movement a calculated effort to outmaneuver the relentless AI. The once silent vault was now alive with the sounds of their struggle, panting breaths, the hum of shifting walls, and the relentless beeping of security systems.
Vesper, how much longer?
Nix demanded, her eyes scanning the room for emerging threats.
Almost there. Just keep them off me. A bit longer.
Vesper's voice was strained but focused, her fingers flying over the keyboard. In this high-stakes dance of technology and survival, the team's unity and Pemulway's ancient wisdom shone through, guiding them towards their goal amidst the chaotic symphony of the vault. The vault morphed into a dizzying nightmare as the AI manipulated its environment, turning it into a disorienting labyrinth. The sound of walls shifting and holographic illusions flickering to life filled the air, accompanied by disorienting echoes that bounced off every surface. The AI manipulated the vault, creating a disorienting labyrinth, the tension thickening with every word.
Everything's changing. How do we get through?
Nix's voice was tinged with urgency and frustration, barely audible over the cacophony.
We need to outthink it.
Jai replied, his voice resolute but strained, the challenge clear in his tone. At the forefront, Pemulway's eyes narrowed as he focused on the shifting maze. Drawing on his instincts and ancient wisdom, he saw through the AI's illusions, detecting the subtle discrepancies and patterns.
Follow me.
He commanded, his voice cutting through the confusion with unwavering clarity. Guided by Pemulway, the team moved with newfound purpose, his keen perception slicing through the digital deceptions. Each step was deliberate, each turn calculated, as he led them through the holographic maze. The sound of shifting walls and echoing illusions gradually faded into the background, replaced by the steady rhythm of their determined march forward. With Pemulway's guidance, they navigated the treacherous labyrinth, his clarity and ancient instincts their beacon in the artificially constructed chaos. The soft hum of the secure room wrapped around them, a comforting contrast to the distant echoes of alarms that signalled the dangers lurking outside. In this brief pause, Pemulway pondered the state of the world and his people. His mind raced with questions, the weight of centuries pressing down on him.
What became of my people?
He murmured, his voice thick with sorrow and curiosity.
How did the world change so much?
Crow, sensing his turmoil, placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder, the gentle rustle of his robes adding a layer of comfort.
Time moves forward.
He said softly, his voice a calm counterpoint to the chaos outside.
But the songline connects all. It's our anchor.
Pemulway closed his eyes, letting Crow's words sink in. The secure room's gentle hum seemed to resonate with the ancient songline, a faint but persistent melody threading through the noise of the modern world. He envisioned the land of his ancestors, untouched and vibrant, overlaid with the stark reality of the neon-drenched city. The contrast was jarring, yet within it he found a thread of continuity. His thoughts drifted to the Dreamtime, the timeless realm where the past, present and future intertwined. He could almost hear the echoes of his ancestors' voices, whispering guidance through the confusion. The songline was more than just a path. It was a lifeline, a connection to everything he held dear. With renewed determination, Pemulway opened his eyes, the resolve clear in his voice.
We must restore the songline for my people, for the future.
Crow nodded, his eyes reflecting the same resolve.
Together, we can bridge the gap between what was and what is.
He replied, his voice steady and full of conviction. The secure room's hum seemed to grow softer, the distant alarms a reminder of the world waiting outside. Yet within that moment, Pemulway felt a clarity and purpose that strengthened his resolve. The path ahead was fraught with danger, but he knew that with the songline as their guide, they could navigate any challenge that lay before them. The hum of servers and the crackle of energy filled the air as the team reached the heart of the data core. Tension thickened as the AI unleashed its most dangerous trap. Suddenly, the room flickered with AI-generated illusions, twisting reality into a nightmarish maze.
The AI is creating nightmares. We must stay focused.
Nyx shouted, her voice strained but resolute. Vesper, her fingers flying over the keyboard, responded urgently.
Just a bit longer. Hold on.
The rapid clacking of keys mixed with the beeping of security systems created an urgent symphony of sound. At the centre of the chaos, Pemulway closed his eyes, drawing upon the ancient stories of his ancestors. The soft murmur of his breathing provided a counterpoint to the electronic cacophony. The tales of old, rich with wisdom and strategic thinking, flowed through him. Opening his eyes, he began to speak, his voice a calm anchor in the storm of digital phantoms.
Listen to the rhythm of the land.
He intoned, his words weaving through the air like a spell.
The songline connects us all, past and present, reality and illusion.
As he spoke, the illusions wavered, the AI's control faltering. His storytelling, grounded in deep cultural knowledge and logical reasoning, began to disrupt the AI's machinations. The nightmarish visions flickered and faded, replaced by a clearer path. The crackle of energy shifted to a lower, uncertain buzz as the AI struggled to maintain its grip.
The ancestors walked this land, and their stories guide us.
Pemulway continued, his voice growing stronger. Each word seemed to pierce through the AI's defences, unravelling the digital threads of its trap. With a final surge of determination, Pemulway reached out, his hand hovering over the songline fragment. The room pulsed with energy as the fragment responded to his touch, a harmonious hum resonating through the data core. The AI's illusions shattered with a sound like breaking glass, the crackling energy dissipating into silence.
We've got it,
Vesper announced, relief flooding her voice. the final keystroke echoing like a victory chime. Pemulway nodded, the fragment secure in his grasp. The hum of the servers now seemed like a distant echo, the room's previous menace replaced by a sense of triumph. The quiet after the storm was profound, filled with the subtle sounds of their steady breathing and the faint, reassuring hum of the servers. As they prepared to leave, Nix looked at Pemulway with a mixture of awe and gratitude.
You did it. You outwitted the AI.
Pemulway's gaze was steady, his connection to the songline and his ancestors reaffirmed.
Together we can overcome any challenge,
he said, his voice filled with quiet strength. With the songline fragment in hand, the team made their way out of the data core, the path ahead clearer than ever. The echoes of their victory lingered in the air, a testament to their resilience and unity. The distant hum of the vault systems faded behind them, replaced by the sound of their determined footsteps, marching towards a future they were ready to shape. Alarms blared through the vault, a deafening cacophony mixed with the pounding of footsteps and the ominous whir of approaching drones. With the fragment secured, the team made a daring escape, tension mounting amidst the chaos.
Move now.
Nix shouted, urgency crackling in her voice as she glanced back at the swarming drones. The sharpness of her command cut through the blaring alarms, driving the team forward.
Drones incoming!
Jai warned, his eyes darting to the shadowy figures closing in on them, the mechanical hum growing louder with each passing second. The whir of the drones grew more insistent, their sensors locking onto the team's position. At the front, Pemulway's eyes scanned the labyrinthine corridors, his mind racing. Drawing upon his ancestral knowledge, he recalled an old forgotten route, a narrow passageway concealed by the vault's outdated architecture.
This way!
He commanded, his voice steady and authoritative. Even as the chaos threatened to overwhelm them, the team followed without hesitation, their trust in Pemulway unwavering. He led them through dimly lit tunnels, their footsteps echoing off the cold metallic walls. The sound of the drone's whirring blades was ever present, a reminder of the relentless pursuit behind them. The air was thick with tension, every breath laden with the scent of dust and rusted metal. As they weaved through the twisting passages, Pemulway moved with purpose, his instincts guiding them past collapsed beams and hidden traps. His keen senses picked up subtle signs, the faint draft indicating an exit, the distant hum of external generators that directed their path. The mechanical sounds of the drone's pursuit and the alarm's blare began to fade, replaced by the rhythmic sound of their own determined footfalls. Suddenly, they emerged into a vast chamber, the exit visible at the far end.
Almost there.
Vesper panted, her eyes locked on the distant doorway, hope and exhaustion battling in her voice. The drones whirring intensified, their presence a looming threat. The team quickened their pace, driven by the urgency of escape. With a final sprint, they burst through the exit, emerging into the cool night air. The alarms faded into the background, replaced by the distant hum of the city. Breathless but triumphant, the team gathered, the songline fragment clutched securely in Pemulway's hand. Nix looked at him, her eyes reflecting a mix of awe and relief.
You did it. We made it.
She said, her voice a mixture of disbelief and gratitude. Pemulway nodded, his connection to the songline and his ancestors strengthening his resolve.
This is just the beginning. Together, we can overcome any challenge,
he replied, his voice filled with quiet determination. The team moved into the shadows, the distant glow of the city lights guiding them as they vanished into the night. The echoes of their escape lingered in the air, a testament to their unity and determination. The soft rustle of leaves in the night breeze and the distant city sounds accompanied them, marking the end of one perilous journey and the beginning of another. The quiet ambience of the safe house provided a stark contrast to the chaos they had just escaped. The distant hum of city noises seeped through the walls, a reminder of the world outside. Back at the hideout, the team reflected on their mission, the scene unfolding with a sense of calm. Pemulway, sitting with the songline fragment glowing softly in his hands, broke the silence.
The songline is crucial for our future,
he said, his voice carrying the weight of his conviction. The soft rustling of maps and gear surrounded him as the team settled into their temporary sanctuary. Nix nodded, her eyes meeting Pemulway's with newfound respect.
You've shown us a new way. We can restore balance together.
she replied, her tone both hopeful and determined. The subtle sounds of the city outside, the distant sirens, the hum of neon lights, served as a backdrop to their conversation. As the team bonded, the room filled with a quiet camaraderie. The neon lights from the city flickered outside, casting a gentle glow through the windows. The soft murmur of their voices mixed with the ambient noise, creating a peaceful yet resolute atmosphere. Vesper leaned back, her eyes reflecting the soft light as she spoke.
We've faced so much, but with each fragment, we get stronger.
Jai, adjusting his gear, added,
We need to be ready for whatever comes next. This is just the beginning.
His voice carried a note of anticipation, underscoring the challenges that lay ahead. The sound of a kettle whistling softly in the background added a homely touch to the scene. Crow, who had been silent until now, poured hot tea into cups, the steam rising in gentle curls.
A moment of peace before the storm,
He murmured, handing a cup to Pemulway. Pemulway looked around at his newfound allies, feeling a profound sense of purpose.
Together we can navigate any challenge.
He said, his voice steady and filled with determination. The team nodded in unison, their expressions a mixture of resolve and solidarity. The scene was set against the backdrop of the city's distant noises, a reminder of the world they were striving to save. The safe house, bathed in the soft glow of neon lights, became a haven of unity and preparation. As the team readied for their next challenge, the bond between them grew stronger, their resolve unwavering. The echoes of their mission lingered in the air, a testament to their resilience and the journey that lay ahead. With a sense of anticipation, the moment concluded as the team secured the Songline fragment and united their spirits. They prepared for the trials that awaited them, their hearts set on restoring balance and hope to their fractured world.
The city's pulse and roar, shadows shroud the hidden core. Urgency, it hums below. High-tech screens in neon glow. Blueprints flash in darkened room. Intricate, their lines consume. Heavy air with tensions wait, suiting up to meet their fate. In the depths they forge their path, guided by the ancient wrath. Songline fragments light the way, through the night to break the day. High-risk mission stakes are high, failure's not a choice tonight. With resolve they face the fight, shadows dancing in the light. Engines roar through Sydney's night, footsteps crunch in desperate flight. Desolation all around, rogue eyes the dangers found. Scavengers ahead stay low, Vespers whisper calm and slow. Drones incoming, Jay's alarm, Pemulway leads through the harm. In the depths they forge their path, guided by the ancient wrath. Sunlight fragments light the way, through the night to break the day. High-risk mission stakes are high, failure's not a choice tonight. With resolve they face the fight, shadows dancing in the light. Turrets, lasers hum, false defenses come undone. Disable them, Nyx commands, Vesper's fingers fast as hands. Ancient tactics, wisdom's might, Pemulway sets traps just right. Step into the vault's embrace, every heartbeat, every trace. Beeping screams and alarms sound, eyes trap and twist around. Holographic nightmares rise, shifting walls deceive the eyes. Stay sharp, Nyx's urgent plea, outthink it, Jay's decree. Pemulway, his instincts keen, guides them through the fractured dream. In the depths they forge their path, guided by the ancient wrath. Sunlight fragments light the way, through the night to break the day. High-risk mission stakes are high, failure's not a choice tonight. With resolve they face the fight, shadows dancing in the light. Secure rooms gentle hum, distant echoes, threats to come. In the stillness, Pemulway dreams of ancestors and their schemes. Crow's calm voice, a guiding star. Songline connects near and far. Determination in his eyes. For the future, we must rise. In the depths they forge their path, guided by the ancient wrath. Songline fragments light the way through the night to break the day. High-risk mission stakes are high, failure's not a choice tonight. With resolve they face the fight, shadows dancing in the light. Alarms blare, crows pursue, through the tunnels shadows grew. Out into the night they soar, breathless but their spirits roar. The safe house plans are laid, born to seal their unafraid. With the songline in their hands, they'll restore these fractured lands.
We are the Story Brothers, and we invite you to join us on an extraordinary journey into the world of storytelling and AI. Together, we'll delve into an endless sea of stories, ideas, and topics, pushing the boundaries of imagination with the power of generative AI. Our mission? To see just how far we can take these tales. Intrigued? If you like what you hear, please share our adventure. Got requests or feedback? Don't be a stranger. We'd love to hear from you. Cheers to new beginnings and endless possibilities.